I was first diagnosed, God, I would say a year and a half, but then when I actually think about it now, it's like 2.5 years ago. But I first got sick when I was about 17, so Jesus, how long was that? 7 years? 7 years? Almost 8 years. But they didn't realise what was wrong with me because it was little things at first, and then it gradually got worse, and during sixth year it was put down to like stress as a leaving cert. Even though like I was so ill and like the stuff that was happening was not just stress. Then I changed doctors and he was like, oh, actually that sounds like something autoimmune, and then that's when the investigation started, and it took like 3 years for them to realise what it was. Went straight into school, straight into college after leaving cert, did history here, Trinity, and then I like officially left in February of that year. For a while they like tried different things. That was before they knew it was lupus. Like they had me on like loads of different types of diets. But then once I was diagnosed, like there's no correlation between diet and lupus. It's harder to exercise because obviously one, chronic fatigue and chronic pain. At the minute I have my little like pill box, which has a little box for every day. And I take, it's actually the least I've ever taken, which is awesome. Although it's mainly because one of my meds was like, well, it was like 3 different types, but now they make one that's like all combined, which is deadly. So I need to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 a day, which is like way down from, it used to be like 12. So yeah, it's handy, like it's just 3 in the morning, 3 in the evening. Now it's a lot easier to handle because I'm on my meds and it's a lot more manageable, but back then it was impossible. Like I had a completely different first year experience, and I lived in halls, Trinity halls in first year, and my friends also had a completely different first year experience. Like everyone else was going out and like going to clubs and everything. I didn't have any of that because I was too ill to go anywhere. And the girls I lived with and the girls I was friends and the guys as well, they were amazing. Like they didn't go out, basically. We would always have people over to our apartment. Now I get steroid injections in my joints, so it means going upstairs is a lot easier. Still not great the entire time, but I think it really varies depending on the department you're dealing with. Some departments are not great about it at all. And even if their buildings are completely inaccessible, they do very little for students to be able to attend lectures or attend seminars, whereas some are very accommodating. I do drama, and the drama department has been brilliant. Like there's a dance studio and it's up like about 6 flights of stairs. I worked as disability officer in the Students' Union for a while, and it's crazy, like some of the stuff that the departments just don't care. Like so many departments just don't care about students not being able to, like physically not being able to get to class. And there's so many places that are meant to be accessible, but they're not actually accessible. Yeah, there's a reason why I am in my first year and my 3rd time at drama. Although my tutor did tell me that I am the only person in the history of Trinity to ever done first year 4 times without ever having actually failed. So he found that funny. I did not. I'm hoping that it gets easier to handle, which it should. Like it's in the last year, it's gotten a lot better, and then hopefully it should just continue to kind of settle down. Like I'm always going to get flares, but hopefully there'll be fewer and far between and less severe. People don't, like college students and also people working in colleges don't necessarily think about how illnesses and disabilities impact upon students. And they also, like if you hear disability, most people just think wheelchair or like crutches or something like that, which obviously completely valid, and there does, like a lot of things need to be changed in terms of accessibility of buildings, especially in older colleges like Trinity. But I think a conversation needs to be had, discussions need to be had about illness and disability, in more general terms, and also like including mental health as well, to make it more accessible and to make people more able to disclose that they have an illness.